What the fuck? GameFly. What the hell happened? This is what my game queue looks like right now. Right now. In August. Here's my game queue. I got 5 GameFly dollars. Woohoo. I got level 1. Games I have out. I have a 2-game plan. So the first game is Call of Juarez. I sent the other game about maybe 5-6 days ago. I still haven't gotten anything back. Why? Well, look here. Availability, medium, low, medium, low, 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 low. What the fuck? And that's just the games in my queue. Let's see at a glance how the rest of the games released in the last 2 months are doing. Oh wait, I can't! You see, several months ago I got this message.
GameFly is temporarily unavailable as we are working to make the site even better. Service should resume shortly.
I said to myself, oh good, they're reorganizing their website. Maybe they'll improve the layout and make it easier to navigate, maybe even offer us a new feature. And then when the website came back online, I checked it and we got none of that. So why did they reorganize their website? To hide their metrics. You see, it used to be on the main page that you can see at quick glance what availability all the games were.
Here's what the website used to look like. It was efficient. You have the game box art, you have the little button that puts it in your queue, and you have right there the availability for each game, and you can see them all listed out on a single page. Now here's what the new and improved website looks like. The availability is gone, just straight gone. They don't even replace it with anything, they just tear it out of there.
What the fuck?
So you gotta ask yourself one question, why would they do this?
What other reason could they possibly have for making this change and hiding their metrics? And don't you even think about cranking out some BS answer, because I'll run that so fast through our bullshit translator that you won't have time to blink. Now, if you said so they can squeeze a few more dollars out of us before we realize what's going on, you might be onto something. They must have been embarrassed by the low availability displayed right there in plain English on the front page, so they decided to remove it. Now if you want to know, you can't just simply glance at the page, and you can't even get the information by the pop-up details when you scroll over it. No. You must navigate to each game page in order to see the game's availabilities. Thanks. Thanks a lot. That's very helpful. Thank you for reorganizing your website. Appreciate it. Huh, I got an idea! If you don't like your metrics, improve them! Do not hide them! Alright, I'll play your game. So I went through the catalog of games released just in the last 2 months. Not the last week, not the last 3 or 4 weeks, but the last 8 weeks. Here's a breakdown of their availabilities. This is 21 games. How many games are in high? 0! 0% of games are in high availability from 21 games in the last 2 months. 0%. And if you say, well, to hell with the high, let's make medium our goal. You're only obtaining 30% success ratio. 62% of your products are out of stock. I can't even begin to tell you how unacceptable that is for any other supply chain company. What the fuck? Now, back in early July, I didn't receive a game for 16 days. 16 days, despite having more than 5 games that weren't particularly new releases. That's more than 2 weeks. That's half a month of my subscription. I have another suggestion. Stock more games. It's as simple as that. If you don't have the money to stock more games, raise more capital. You obviously have demand. So let's take a look at the percentages behind the low, very low, and medium, since pretty much all of the games are in that status. On the website it says medium availability. This game has a 50 to 74% likelihood of shipping. Bullshit! These metrics are bullshit. When I told you that I had 5+ games in my queue for over 2 weeks and I wasn't getting anything, the majority of those games were on medium availability. So you're telling me day after day, every single one of those days within those 2 weeks, it was going through a rotation. 50 to 74%, not there. 50 to 74%, not there. 50 to 74%, not there. For 2 weeks on 5 separate games, these metrics are bullshit. They are made up metrics that have no association to any real world numbers. And GameFly, if you're listening, prove it. Show the numbers on the actual website. Instead of coming up with medium, low, very low, put the actual number of games in demand and the actual number of games in stock. Using this, we run the risk of GameFly just making up stuff. This arbitrary system needs to be backed up by real numbers. I don't believe it right now. Finally, the last thing that pisses me off is customer support. So for a while there, I wasn't getting games. I would send them messages and I would get back form letters every single time. Can you take a little bit more care with your customers? Maybe expedite these issues instead of just sending out a form letter? Now, if you have the service and you're thinking to yourself, ha 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 ha, sucks to be you, I've never had these problems with GameFly. Yeah, well, one day this might happen to you. So this is just my experience with GameFly. It has sucked violent balls. And it's progressively gotten worse and worse. Imagine what's gonna happen in October, November when we get a shitstorm of games. And it's not our fault that they can't keep these games in stock. They obviously have high demand. They need to go and buy more games. They got the money for it. And when people stop renting them, they can sell them with used games and incentives, even more incentives than the ones they already have, which are awesome, by the way. Plus 2 points for that. The used game system that they have and the percent offs, excellent. Why do I hate GameFly? I don't hate GameFly. I just hate paying for a service that I'm not getting. I don't expect you to buy a new copy for every one of your customers. But what I do expect is you to share information so that I can decide whether I need to go out and buy it or rent somebody else, cancel the service and find a different provider. And all of that without having to wait 3 weeks in the dark, since the metrics don't mean a damn thing. Now, I twittered Blockbuster about GameFly jacking around, and they responded with a bit of interesting information that I didn't know. They said, they are currently testing their own games by mail service in Cleveland and hope to roll it out nationwide later in the year. Now, would you pick Blockbuster over GameFly? Especially if you're able to take the games to the local store locations? Let me know what you gamers think and whether I should cancel my GameFly or just stick this out. But this is just an open letter to GameFly. The ball is in your court. GameFly, take some steps to restore customer confidence in your service. Quit sending form letters. Quit hiding your metrics. Stock more games. And be honest about your game availability percentages. You want to tell me why you hide your metrics? Do you have a good reason for reorganizing your website and hiding them? Do you really? Because I'd like to hear it. I really would. I have a machine here that will help me get to the truth. I welcome any official response by you guys on my issues, my concerns, any of the concerns of my viewers that they put in the comments section. And if you send me another form letter, I swear to God, I will take that form letter and shove it straight up your ass. fuck.